Broadcasting from all across the world, it is another episode of the Men's Physique Show. Let's go. Who do we have today? We have one of our new co-hosts on the show, Taito, also known as Space. We call him, hailing out of Japan. Let's go, y'all.
Let's go.
Yo.
Let's go, brother. Let's go.
Thank you for having me today. Thank you for having me. So yeah, I'm based in Japan. I've been like covering men's physique and all these pro shows for like more than 4 years now, like 4.5 years, I'd say. So I started doing this in Japan, and this weekend it's gonna be Muscle Contest Japan. I'll be there. So yeah, I'm excited. And it's the first time Muscle Contest Japan is hosting a men's physique show. It's usually just pro bikini ones. So it's gonna be exciting. And we're gonna have like Ben Quill, like all the Olympians. It's gonna be sick.
Well, we're stoked about it. We can't wait to get into it. Also, joining us from down under, Melbourne, you all know him, the Australian voice of men's physique, Felicessie. Let's go.
Let's go.
There it is.
Yo, and of course, our boy. He's been in the game since the very beginning. He's the influencer who influenced our top champ right now, Ryan Terry. I'm talking none other than the heartbeat of men's physique, the glue that keeps it all together, Hart McGrath, McGrady. Let's go.
Let's get it hot.
Let's get it.
And it's that boy,
Go.
the Gaffa, coming with that Gaffa energy, Aline Bolton, IBB Pro Masters. Boy, we're going to get into this Japan muscle. We can't wait to get into this because we have so many great athletes. Ben Quill, and so many others. Boys, let's get after this.
Let's do it.
Very exciting time, Phil. What are you thinking over there?
I love the energy.
Yeah,
Man,
always.
I'm excited, man. This is a big show. I mean, it's a season opener. Taito, man, it's great to have you on here. I mean, we know that you cover all things, men's physique, bodybuilding, especially around Japan and Asia, man. Get the inside scoop, listen to what you think about the show, your predictions are, the works, man. Looking forward to really diving into this one.
Look at this great poster right here. Who made this?
I made
it. Looks
it.
good, though. It looks fucking
Taito, you
good.
made this?
Yeah, I made it.
Look at you with the skills, the editing skills over here. Let's go.
We're going to hire him.
Thank you.
He's going to replace me. Watch.
I reckon. We're in trouble.
No, we only add here
lineup
on the show. We only add greatness to the show. We don't get rid of it. So yeah.
Love that. Love that. Boys, here we go. Horde, welcome back to another show on the Men's Physique Show. Japan Pro is this weekend, 4 or 5 days' time. You just got word. Our boy Taito is going to be in the building. Super, super grateful to have you on the show. We're going to go through each guy really quickly to get you guys used to, who's going to be showing up. Then we're going to give you our top four. Again, Taito made this wonderful poster, this image, this graphic of every guy. Shout out to his Cream of Rice company, by the way. And we want to talk about these guys. I'm going to go down the list, boys. Briefly, let's just show the Horde who's competing at the show. Briefly, talk about their physiques a little bit, who they are, their name, where they're competing out of, their flag, and then we're going to give them the top four. So, Taito, I'm going to throw it over to you first. I'm going to start at the very bottom of the name.
The very bottom? Mm-hmm.
The very bottom. Who is this guy? And tell us a little bit about him.
Okay, so this guy, Naoki Tanaka, he's been competing as a pro for 2 years now, I think. He turned pro late 2024. And he actually competed in the European Masters Championships, where that's the competition where he turned pro. So, and he's always he shows up really great. Like his muscles are always full, and yeah, he hasn't really placed really high in the Japanese shows yet, but he's definitely one of the athletes you have to watch out for this one.
I love it, Taito. Avomp, I'll throw it over to you first. You're looking at Naoki. Is that how you say it, Taito?
Yes, Naoki.
Naoki, where do you think, Phil, you see positives in his physique and maybe some drawbacks for this show? I'll start with the front pose.
Yeah, front pose, he's got really good shape, really good structure. His abs are so blocky. I mean, did you look at the other shot that you had on? They are perfect big blocks, which is good. He does carry a lot of muscle. I don't know, is this I mean,
This one's AI.
It is AI. I was gonna say I can't. I was gonna say I couldn't translate the Japanese there. That's why I'm glad Tayoko.
I was
Toyota
nervous for
on
a
here.
sec. Yeah, I was like,
I'm
dude,
like,
he's
he's
really
got
massive
massive legs.
division. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, is that good shape? But is this guy classic or what? He looks good, man. I think the midsection, I mean, if this is anything to go by, if we're basing off this photo, his midsection does need to really get dialed in. I mean, looking at one of the bigger names on this list, which is Ben Quill. Ben Quill has dialed things in incredibly, and I think the one thing that this guy is missing at the moment is just that conditioning around the midsection, around your obliques, based on this photo. But this photo was taken in, what was this, 64 weeks ago, so over a year ago. Let's see what he brings in a week's time, or a couple of days' time, I should say. Gaffer, what do you reckon?
I like how he's. Is this more of a recent picture? This one?
I think this is an older one.
No,
That's an older one,
2024.
right?
Let's see a more recent stage shot.
Does he have anything
2024
that's more recent?
December.
Yeah, those are the European shows. This is the show where he turned pro, I think.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully, we're going to see some growth, because where I see that he needs the growth is a little bit in the arms there, so that they can streamline and catch up to the chest. He's got a nice chest. He reminds me of kind of like Vitor Chavez with the chest, with just that, like how the muscle bellies sit on a slope, and you kind of see that he's got an upper shelf. Not as pronounced as Vitor, but clearly night and day from where he was at. Nice legs. I like the quad sweep right there. Nice calves for sure. The abs, the obliques, to me is where he's going to need to dial that in more. His shoulder to waist ratio isn't elite, so that's something to be concerned. He's going to have to manipulate his body in order to kind of mask that. And I would say from the picture that we saw just a little while ago when he went into his back shot, he needs to definitely bring up the back from a width perspective and a thickness. Looks like he's got some nice lower lats, but the upper lats are lacking in comparison to a Ben Quill, or a comparison to some of the top ranked guys that we'll start talking about. But I like his cap shoulders. He's got nice cap shoulders. One thing you want to be able to see is the front delts when you're in your back pose. Judges are looking for that. So he's got nice shoulders. That's my assess.
Yeah, I love it, guys. I love it, guys. Naoko. So let me see this name one more time so I say this right. Naoki, correct? Taito?
Naoki, yes.
Naoki. 2024 NPC Euros Masters, and that's where he turned pro, Taito?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, I mean, has he competed pro yet? Or is this going to be his pro debut?
No. He competed like last year. I'm sure he did. He did 3 shows, I think.
Okay.
And he did the Masters Olympia as well. He got the
Okay.
special invitation for the Masters Olympia because he was Japan hosted the event, and he's Japanese, so I think he got special invite.
Awesome. I love it. There you are, Horde. There's a little breakdown on Naoki competing at the Japan Pro this weekend, a Masters guy who turned pro last year. Let's check out another guy competing at the show. I'm just going to go up one more. We have, I'm ready for this, Mori Shoya. How was that, Taito?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, first of all,
Nailed it.
Taito, I'm going to throw this one over to you first, and then we'll go over to the GAFA,
Yes,
and then we'll finish with Avomp. I've been seeing this guy post, and this physique is a little bit more exciting. This has given me that, who else out of Japan? I just saw you post another guy out of Japan. Oh, it's giving me Joe Uezato vibes. Taito, break this guy
was
down.
thinking-
Tell me
Nice.
about
Yeah.
Mori.
Yeah. Mori. Yes. Thank you. So Mori Shoya, I'm excited to see his stage this weekend because this is going to be his pro debut. He turned pro exactly a year ago at this Muscle Contest Japan. So he had a whole year off. He prepped throughout this whole thing, and he looks massive now. Like a year ago, I remember watching him at the pro qualifier. He already had the aesthetics and he already had the shreds and everything. The only thing he was missing was the size. And over this year, he added tons of muscle tissues. So I'm really excited to see. And as you mentioned, Hart, he does have like similar vibes to Joe Uezato, right? He's got the really nice full chest. His shoulders are really good too. So like, I'm excited to see him. Like, he's gonna be the dark horse from Japan, and he's young as well. I think he's only like 27 or 8. I don't know. Yeah.
I love the physique.
Yeah.
I love the physique. I love the striations in the chest. Full chest. This guy has an armor
Full
plate
chest, yes.
for a chest. Full chest. That's what you want to see in a men's physique athlete right there. That's a well balanced chest. And his arms contour really nicely into the shoulders. You see the separation from the delts into the biceps. Looks really, really great. I love the vibe. I love everything about this. Obviously, he's weeks out from the show, so I'm not expecting him to have like the best abs right now. But just from this shot here, looking at his back, needs a little bit more thickness, but definitely has a lot of the detail that the judges are going to be looking for. I mean, you see it all up and down the rhomboids, the scapula. You see the lower lat. His lat insertions are really impressive. They remind me of Isai. They remind me of Isai, how they run down that low into the hips. The guy looks great. So that's my take. What do you think, Phil? I think he's a dark horse.
I love the bubbliness of this guy. Like, this guy, I mean, he looks like he could go. I mean, what I love about some of the Asian physiques is they almost replicate anime characters. Like, this guy, I could see this guy put into an anime comic or movie or something. But to your point, boys, like, the guy's got nice insertions. The guy's got a nice full round chest. Something that we spoke about a couple of weeks ago on OTS about, like, Aaron Banks having like that chest plate, that armored sort of chest plate. This guy has some similarities to that as well. I think the arm, the bicep area, based on that other photo, looks like it may need to be brought up a little bit. But overall, like, if this guy is what you're saying, Tato, one of the dark horses, man, this is going to be an exciting show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say so. This guy looks phenomenal. Taito, you said dark horse for this show. I'm going to have to agree with you. I know we're making our predictions about the top 4 here once we break down these guys. And as these updates come in more and more, the conditioning looks spot on. I'm super excited. Guys, this was Mori competing at the Japan Pro this weekend. Again, go follow Anabolic Space. Go follow Taito. He's going to be at the show. Let's break down. Okay, for this one, I'm going to throw it over to the GAFA first. We're going to talk about Ben Quill very briefly, and then we'll get into our predictions. GAFA, give me about a minute or so. Ben Quill, we talk about him almost every week. You want the back shot first, or do you want the front shot to break down? What do you want to? And I'll leave one of them for Taito, and Phil, you can clean it up. Which one do you want?
I'll take the back.
Okay,
I'll take the back, boss. All right. Hey, you see, one thing. Some people might say, Ben's walking around with that belt because he doesn't want to show the lower portion of his back, the Christmas tree. Some people might think he's got water. He's holding water. I mean, as would be expected. A week out, a little bit at least, but I think he's really showing off how small the waist is to the shoulder ratio here, and it looks miniature compared to the gigantic shoulders that he's bearing right now on his back. I mean, Ninja Turtle like back. If I'm thinking of a turtle shell with all the bubbly muscles and everything that are perpetuating from that back, bro, he looks incredible. This is absolutely hands down the best that we've seen Ben Quill from a back, his back and his front. Just totally. He keeps evolving. He keeps improving. What I'm curious to see is how well he holds on to the conditioning and the look and the size from this show into the next show, right? Because he's doing both. So it's hard to hold that look for a full week. But I mean, he's come up tremendously. Again, any muscle in that back that you want to have is almost in his back right now. So he checks all the boxes. Looking good, Ben. Keep it up.
Taito, I want to ask you, and I want to go to you before we move to Phil. And I'll go here. Phil, you can pick a back or front shot, and you can close this thing out how you like it. But Taito, what does it say about Ben Quill? Everyone's competing at the Arnold Classic. We know the roster. We've been talking about it for weeks. How come Ben Quill is the only one that decided to do a show, but right before the Arnold Classic? Is that a risky move? Is that a brave move? What do you think his philosophy is with that?
Well, you got to ask Ben for the answer, but But I think it's great to see like top Olympian competing in Japanese stage, because like Japan and US, it's far away, so like he has a lot of traveling to do, and like Japanese fans, we have such strong fan base in Japan for men's physique, but they never get to see like the top Olympians. So it's a great opportunity for all the Japanese fans to see what, like, he placed top 9 in 2024 and he placed 12th, right, last year. So he's like, his ranks really high. So it's going to be really exciting for the Japanese community to witness him. So we just got to appreciate that the fact Ben Quill came all the way out to Japan just for the show, you know? And he probably qualified. He won the show after the Olympia, right? Hurricane Pro, I think it was, I believe.
Yeah.
So he probably wants early qualification for Miss Olympia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth, man. I know he's got one win. I mean, he's probably going over to Japan to lock it down. Obviously being so close to the Arnold, this gives him momentum moving into the Arnold. If he takes this one out, he's secured that spot for the O, goes into the Arnold next week with a weight off his shoulder. He can go in there, obviously do his best to take that one out as well. And then is he doing UK as well? He's doing UK as well. So he's got 3 shows in the next month to really lock it down and find his groove and capitalize on what he's been able to do throughout this prep. And I'm glad you had this photo up, Park, because this is the one that I wanted to talk about. When I saw this photo, I'm like, damn, this guy is making a point. He's proven a point. He's making a statement. He's doing everything to silence a lot of people, people that doubted him throughout the prep. And man, this guy looks insane. He's got the back that matches the front. The front looks insane. The guy is dialed. He's peeled. Aleem, to your point, like, this is the best version of Ben that we've ever seen. Personally, I thought last year, he made some really, really good improvements leading into, obviously with Sasquatch and moving into the O, but this guy's gone leap and bounds this year to really cement himself as one of the best Olympians on that stage in 2026. And, this is going to be an exciting year for Ben. If this is what he's bringing, early on in 2026, I'm excited to see what he's going to do in the tail end of the year when the Olympia time comes around.
Facts.
I'm going to say this, and I'm talking to Ben Quill. I'm staring at Ben Quill when I'm saying this. Ben, if these photos and these videos translate to the stage, Ben's going to be a problem. Ben, it's going to be a problem for Brandon. It's going to be a problem for Dayu. I don't care who you have in your top 3. If this is what this back looks like on stage, and this is what that core, that midsection, what the judges are focusing on, we know. Look at our top 2 guys with Ali and Terry. Ben, if your content translates, if you can put your content on the stage and make it look that good, Ben's going to be a problem. Ben Quill, Marnie, Japan Pro, few days out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on. Lee Jinbo, Taito, I'm going to bring it on to you first.
Oh.
Obviously, this is your guy. I'm just going to let you have it. What photo do you want? What do you want me to click on, bro? And you can just have fun with this one.
Give me the third one, the real. Yeah, that one.
Hey.
Oh,
yeah, I like this
Alpha,
guy.
Phil, you attack this after Taito, and Aleem, you clean this bad boy up.
Yep.
Like, I've never seen like this. Lee Jinbo, he's definitely got one of the strongest outlines, I'd say. Like, when you look at the shoulders, how broad they are, and the way he poses is good as well. And the conditioning is obviously like. The cool thing about Lee Jinbo is he won the 2024 Legion Pro, and I think he was like the first Asian athlete to do that. Like, he's Chinese and he lives in China. He traveled all the way to the US to compete for the Legion Sports Fest, and Legion Sports is one of the big IFBB Pro shows, right? And I think he went against Ryan Clark at the time, and he was the Eye of the Typhoon, like.
Yeah. He's I mean, looking at him, like, just the way that he poses, he's almost like, it just says dominance here. Like, the posing is just so powerful. The silhouette is so beautiful. Not many people can hit that Superman pose. Obviously Ryan Terry's the best in the world. There's a handful of guys that can hit it, but this guy hits it really, really well, and he hits it so powerfully. Like, the midsection's dialed in, the muscle, the symmetry, the balance from top to bottom. Like, it's a beautiful physique, and Lee Jinbo is someone I'm looking out for this weekend. Gaffer.
He needs his own hourglass, bro. He needs his own hourglass because he's so grainy, and his X frame is crazy. So, like, I could literally just take like a Lebo hourglass, flip it upside down, let the graininess come down, let the grains of sand just drop down, flip it back over, time myself, and be good to go. This guy looks incredible. The striations, the detail, the size, the symmetry is there. Like, he's there. I would say the only thing that he needs to continue to improve is that midsection right there. We've seen other videos of his back and all, but this guy is just shoulder to waist ratio. Legs are there. We know he's got a set of wheels there. He's good to go, man. Like, I have this guy ranked really, really high, but we haven't gotten to our predictions yet.
Get that hanging leg raise video up. That one gets me excited.
Oh,
get it up,
dude. Yeah, that one.
Check
there.
this out. Jesus,
He's gonna get Ben Quill a run for his money for that with that midsection.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting.
What are your thoughts, Hart?
Yeah, I think again, my thoughts are I want to get to damn predictions already, which we will. I think you guys did a great job breaking them down. Let's move on. We're halfway through this. David Keybody out of the United States. You know, I DM'd David the other day, and I want to go into our messages, see if anything comes up here. I asked him, I said, hey, David, my name is Hart McGrath, and myself and my team run the Men's Physique Show. I'm currently creating some dope content for the show and would love to have some photos or videos. He says, I didn't see this till now. Absolutely. Here's some footage. Turn down that music. But on his Instagram, there's no footage whatsoever. So let's talk about this. This is really kind of all we got, boys. Taito, I'll bring it to you first. What do you think about David Keybody? Just initial impressions, probably first time seeing him.
Well, I did the research, and he won the Masters shows, right? His age is 55 plus, which is amazing. It just shows how, like, you know, men's physique is like it's very inspiring to hear like someone who's aged 55 plus looking aesthetic and beautiful like this. Like, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I got to give it to a 55-year-old Masters guy who is stepping on stage and having the wherewithal and the confidence to do so. Number one. Number two, has abs. I mean, most guys that are in their 50s are like, abs are the last thing that they'll ever see ever again, you know, on themselves. That's probably like, you know, something that they just chuck off and they say, well, you know, it used to be fun when I was 19, 20, or whatever. This guy has abs. You know, the posing obviously needs a lot more polish there, and going against the other guys, you know, it's going to be a lot more challenging, just because they're younger, they have, you know, tighter everything, bigger in most places and whatnot. But kudos to him, man. Happy to see this. What an inspiration to many others. And it just goes to show that, you know, age is just a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Just get after it.
Facts. Exactly what you boys said. Like, to be able to jump on stage and prep and diet at the age of 55 is you know, amazing in itself. Like, when I'm that age, if I'm able to jump on a stage and still be able to compete and, you know, look like this, like, this is something that every, you know, middle-aged guy would want to aspire for, to have those abs, to have that six-pack, and not let age dictate whether or not you get on stage or even look in great condition. So, yeah, this is a guy that I'm looking forward to seeing on stage as well.
Yeah, proud of you, brother. I just sent you, when you watch this YouTube video, I just sent you a DM of us giving you some flowers. Aline Bolton talking about how it's dope to see someone 50 plus going over to Japan to go kick some ass, bro. Super, super dope. Please go and connect with our boy Taito if you see him backstage over there. All right, guys, we're almost through this. I see Dragon, IFBB Pro. We got 4 more guys to break down. Let me follow this guy. Taito out of Osaka, Japan. I'm gonna send it to you first. This is not my first time seeing him. I do recognize him. First of all, he's got a badass feed. I mean, he's got a badass car. He has a badass physique. Tell us a little bit about Ryota Hayashi.
Ryota Hayashi, yes, Ryota. So I think he turned pro in 2024, and he's already done 2 shows last year, Japan Pro and the Tokyo Pro. And he's always brings that, like, as you can see in this photo, his quads are really good as well. So he's got really, like, the muscle, his his muscle like tissues is just everywhere. He's just going crazy, right? And the strike, he's really got show me the stage photos, the very first pinned one. Yeah, you can't really see it in this photo, but like whenever he poses, you can see a lot of striations throughout his delts, and that stands out a lot too. Sorry, yeah, that's about it for this guy. Yeah.
I mean, looking at that one of the last check-in photos that he did in the gym, like this guy's absolutely inside out pilled. And to your point, Tato, like if this guy bringing this level of conditioning to the stage, I mean, especially after he carbs up and whatnot, if he can bring something somewhat similar to this, just a little bit fuller, this guy's going to be a problem. Obviously based on that previous photo, the lighting didn't do this guy any justice. He had the glaze on, he had the tan on, which is perfect, but the lighting was a bit of a downfall. You weren't able to see the full striations, as you were saying. So if he was able to bring this level of conditioning a little bit fuller, pumped up, nice and hard, this guy's going to be someone to look out for.
Pause.
Sorry.
I agree. And I just want to say, love this guy's physique. It's definitely screams men's physique. Has to continue to bring that back up, but the chest looks incredible. The shoulders are capped, like you said, Taito, and the arms streamlined really well. Great set of wheels, the teardrop, the outer sweep, everything looks really good here. Yeah, this guy is someone you want to watch out for. I'm excited to see him pose.
Very exciting. I love guys that bring that. He reminds me, the conditioning and that gnarliness, he reminds me of a guy competing at the Arnold Classic out of Turkey named Barak Ozgul. That same kind of grainy,
yes, I was thinking the same,
look,
bro.
Right, we're all aligned here. This guy looks great. One more time, I'm going to say it again. Ryota Hayashi, is that correct, Taito? Not bad.
Ryota Hayashi, yeah, correct enough, I think.
Super fun, dope look, like you said, shredded, super full look, very exciting. Okay, let's move on to the next guy here. We have. Again, shout out to Taito for this amazing poster, making our lives easy over here. Oof, I'm going to give this one. Who knows more about this guy? Aleem or Phil? I'm going to throw it over to Phil. I'm going to throw it over to Phil.
Yeah.
How about I start this one off?
Yeah, because I'm going to go
start
in.
it off.
Yeah,
I'll start this one off because I've
you said it all.
I'm pretty good friends with this guy. Victor,
you're a big fan of him.
I am a big fan of him. Victor Germano is going to bring that freak factor out of Brazil. This guy's physique from head to toe. I don't know if you can, like, what stands out to you? The width, the narrow waist with the beautiful abs, the massive calves. This guy, especially when he turns to the back, I'm telling you, it's like the Brazilian Aaron Banks back. And he's always showing up hard. He's always showing up pause. He's always showing up in condition. His posing has improved. The biggest thing that stands out to me with Victor Germano is the freak factor, is the width. Watch him from the back here. Watch his back. Width and thickness is here. His best body part, other than the calves, is his back. And again, he's getting better at his posing. I'm so excited to see him in Japan. Look, he's updating like crazy. Let me go ahead and like this, bro. Tiny little narrow waist. Look at this. This is another freak coming out of Brazil. Gaffa, I'm going to throw it over to you. What do you think of the latest update? Victor Germano says 2 days out, Muscle Contest Japan. Taito, you can clean up after Aleem, and Phil, you finish this bad boy off.
Man, he is so cut, bro. He is so chiseled. This is one of the best physiques that are going to be in the Japan Pro, hands down. I mean, wide shoulders, very, 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 very small waist. It's going to be interesting. I hope that they put him next to Ben. I'm sure they're going to wind up next to each other. Just from the judging and everything, they have to, right? But it's going to be interesting to see those two standing side by side. Yep.
Give me a breakdown side by side for real purposes after this. Ben Quill versus Victor Germano. Give me a physique versus physique.
Woo. Well, Ben has a lot of thickness to the back. So, when we're looking at the back right now, both are very, very detailed. I think that Victor has more of the width at the top to waist ratio. Even though Ben's shoulder to waist ratio goes bananas, I think that he's got more. I think Ben wins out on the thickness in the back. and the lower lats. I think his lower lats just hang and have more of that C cup that we see like the champ have, Ryan Terry has, Dilson Espindola has. You know, he has more of that tier shape there, that rounded C shape, that's there. But when it comes to the chest, I think that Victor wins out on the chest. The chest is just super full, top to bottom. One of the things that unfortunately or fortunate, depending on how you look at it, has kind of hit Ben a little bit is the split in the chest, which is just a genetic thing. This guy has a thick chest from start to finish, top to bottom. Looks really, really great. The abs, I think, you know, could kind of go almost either way. It's gonna come down to, you know, when we're there. As of right now, and looking at the updates, I would say that Ben Quill might have him edged out just a hair when it comes to the obliques and the abs, because of the cage that he presents. But the shoulders on this guy is incredible. Victor's shoulders look incredible. It all blends together. He's wide. He's rangy. I would not like if there's someone to beat Ben at this show, I could see it being him. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't have one of those, oh, what the hell? It's a robbery. I wouldn't even look at it that way. I'd be like, yeah, I can see where you guys are coming from. So when it comes down, look at that. When it comes down to splitting hairs almost, I think he could get a little bit fuller in the chest to be in the top like 4 guys in the league and stuff. But he has beautiful arms that go into the shoulders. Look at all that. Just chiseled. Yeah, that's my opinion. I think that it's going to be a very, very tight call between the two of them. But you know, those are where he ranks out and beats Ben, and I believe that's where Ben beats him out at. What your boys got?
You guys said it all, but yeah. Just to clean it up, I just want to know what's in Brazil, because all these Brazilian athletes, they're really symmetrical, right?
Right.
Like,
that Brazilian barbecue, brother, that's what it is.
That right?
Yeah, their front pose, back pose is always symmetrical. I just want to know why. Like, it reminds me, his shape reminds me of like Diogo Montenegro as well. So like, yeah, it's gonna be very exciting to see like how he stands up against all these like top athletes and like Japanese athletes.
What you got, Phil?
I don't know what else I'm supposed to add. You guys have hit the nail on the head on both of them. Like, the guy's going to be an absolute presence. Like, he looks like a statue. Like, when he just walks on that stage, when he was running, he looked like the Terminator. When he stands and hits that Superman pose, he looks like a goddamn statue. Now, I mean, should the rest of the competitors be scared? I would be. Personally, if I was standing next to this guy, I'd be petrified. But the width, like how tiny his waist is, to your point, Hart, like when he turns to the back, it's almost like an Aaron Banks-like back. The symmetry that you said, Tato, from top to bottom, left to right, front to back, like this guy's got it all. And I mean, we know that Ben is going to be one of the favorites heading into this show, but this guy's going to be on his tail for sure.
Posing is what I think he just needs to. I remember seeing him pose, I want to say a year and a half ago or so. And I was like, oh man, great physique, but the posing is not there. And he plays appropriately because of that. But he's cleaned up his posing, like you're saying, Hart. Man, let's see what he brings, bro. I just hope he doesn't pinch the back and he just continues to relax and show that right, because he's lefty. So show that right lat in that front pose. But he looks great.
I agree with you, boys. It's gonna be posing for Victor. I mean, there's nothing else he can do in terms of adding muscle at this point. He typically comes in conditioned. Hopefully, he peaks right. If he peaks right and gets his pose, because it's not even stage confidence. Like as Phil said, when he just walks on the stage, like right here, when I go back to this, as he's walking on stage, chest is up, he's smiling. The stage presence is there. But to the Gaffa's point, is the posing improved? Is he going to be able to relax and pose how he should? Last couple guys on this list before we give you guys a quick top 4 from each one of us. Last 2 guys, Felicessie, Avomp. I'm going to throw it over to you first. This is, you know what? I don't want to butcher his name. Avomp, I'm gonna let you try and do that. But a lot of people have been slipping in my DMs. A lot of people have been slipping in my DMs. A lot of people have been very upset at me recently, very, very upset at me for not covering this guy. They're going, how come Anabolic Space, how come the Men's Physique Show is not covering our boy out here? Avomp, what photo do you want? What video do you want? And whatever you want, baby, it's all yours.
Let me try to get his name right. Let's scroll up for me. It is, oh man, Felicessie Kessie. Is it
Not
Felicessie
bad.
Kessie?
That sounds pretty good.
I'll take it. What photo? Let's get that photo. Now, this guy, I mean, I like the one hand on hip shot that this guy's got going on. He's got a lot of muscle. He's got nice delts, nice arms. Let me see the back. Yeah, I think from the back, he needs a little bit more width, a little bit more detail, if anything. But overall, I mean, this guy's got nice shape. He's definitely got that men's physique look. I like the way that he transitions. I hope he can hold these poses for a little bit longer. It seems like he's a little bit fidgety when he does do his transitions. And I don't feel like he holds it for long enough. But yeah, this guy's going to be good to look at. Like I said, I don't know too much about him. I know he did do a couple of shows based on his bio. He did the China Pro last year. He's got a medal next to his name, so I feel like he's done well with that show as well. But yeah, I'm excited to see him. Gaffer, what do you reckon?
I agree with you. I think the back definitely needs to come up. I think that's going to be a major Achilles heel for him, and the fidgeting. The judges want to see you get in the position, stick it, transition, stick the next pose, transition back, stick your pose, get off the stage, right? And I also don't like the setup to the back pose. I think he bends over a little way too much, and it makes him look too small and narrows him out. But he's got a very, very wide clavicle, and he's got a great chest. His arms are really nice. They flow. I think the shoulders could be a little bit more capped considering that the chest is that big. Normally, I'd say that, the shoulders look perfect, but I think they need to be, the medial delts specifically, need to be a little bit bigger in order to match the chest. Sometimes that's the thing. Like when you have such genetic dominance in certain body parts, the men's physique is about symmetry. All the divisions are about symmetry essentially, but men's physique is specifically about symmetry. And I don't think that he's got it all together just yet from a symmetry perspective, but the guy is definitely an up and comer. You can see that he's got great muscle genetics. He just got to get that nailing of the posing, continue to bring that back up, and then he'll be pretty good there. What do you have, Taito?
Just quickly before we go to Taito, Hart, can you get up a video or a photo of him with board shorts on? I just want to see one thing. Taito, yeah, not just the wheels. I just want to see something in regards to his posing. I feel like his foot position isn't right. It looks a little bit awkward. I don't know if it's that front leg based on those latest checking photos. His front leg or it's too straight. And I feel like it's hard for him to really twist his waist because of it. And I feel like that's the reason why he's fidgeting a lot, because he just can't angle his hips well enough. This photo is not too bad, but I just feel like when he had the track pants on, his front leg was just too stiff and too straight. So I'm hoping, he does angle that leg a little bit more, maybe bend that front knee just to allow him to turn those hips a little bit more, just to maybe minimize some of that fidgeting. But just one more thing based on that posing, you really want to just hit those poses and just hit them powerfully. Be dominant with those poses. Don't overthink it. Don't try to twist your arm and swing your arm around too much. Just hit the pose, set it, hold it, then transition over. Sorry, Tato, I'll head it back to you.
No, you guys, like, once again, you guys said it all, but this guy, I think he's from Ghana, but he's based in China. And the cool fun fact is, his posing coach is Carlos, I think. Carlos Ocran.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of, reminds me of him too. And he doesn't have too much experience as a pro yet. I think he turned pro back in 2024. But if you scroll down a bit, I think he went against Corey Morris at one of the Chinese pro he did.
And his
And
posing
he was a
looked good
runner-up
there.
for the
Actually,
show.
I'm not gonna lie. His posing looked better there than it did in the update pictures that he just sent out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his back looked wider. So there's that.
But yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see. And apparently he was like natural until like end of 2024. So like he's not even that enhanced yet.
Those goddamn African genetics.
Dude,
They get you every time.
you guys can tell this guy, the potential the potential is crazy with this physique. 100%. I think we lost Aleem. Aleem, where did he go? Well, we're gonna keep going here. The potential is crazy with this guy. Taito, you just said he, hasn't been enhanced for very long. We've been throwing a lot of critiques at this guy, but I just want to say the potential's nuts. Obviously, he needs to work on posing. Obviously, he needs to work on completing his physique from front to back. But just right there, like, that's all I need. I just need to see right there. Boom. It almost reminds me of an Alex Toplin type waist with the V coming in like this. That's who I see this resemble most in the pro league. If you're talking about front shots, I see Alex Toplin in this physique. And we all know Alex Toplin, 11th in the world at his very first Mr. Olympia. We just heard Sandy, one of the head judges, talk about how Toplin has, one of the best structures and the highest potential in the league. That's where I see this guy. Last guy on the roster before we quickly give our top four, Albluki. Who is this? Ahmed Albluki. So, Taito, I'm going to have you start with this one, but I just got word from him. I DM'd him the other day. Ooh. He's not going to be able to make it, Taito, due to some personal reasons, some family reasons. Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's very sad to hear, but I was excited to hear his stage because, he's from UAE, right? Arabs. And he's got that dried, usually athletes from Middle East, they got the grainy, skin texture. And the dryness in stage is, awesome always. So, I was excited to see him, but, yeah, okay. It's really sad to hear that he's not able to compete, but...
Aleem, what do you think? We're talking about Ahmed Albluki, I believe out of the UAE, like Taito said. Aleem, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
I messaged him the other day because I wanted to talk with him before showtime, and unfortunately, due to some personal reasons, he's not going to be able to make the Japan Pro. And Taito, is just like myself and Phil probably, we're kind of bummed out because we're looking to see this physique on stage. What do you think of his physique? Just kind of first impressions. You looking at it here? Looking like at a day club or something. Looking good.
Yeah, dude, he's got that look. Like when you see a guy like this walk into one of those beach parties or so, everyone's eyes are drawn to him. It's very athletic looking, number one. Number two, he walks with his chest up, confidence and everything. So love that. Shoulders are back. Looks like he's ready at all times. Like, yeah, I freaking work out. I put the work into this body, and you want to appreciate it as he walks into the light. So we're all bummed that we're not going to see him. I think that he would fare really well and probably would be in that top 5 in terms of contention if he were in the show. So it's a shame not to see him. And a thing that I remember seeing, and I believe I'm really, really accurate here with this guy, is that he does a really great job with his tan, if I'm not mistaken. From what I've seen before in where's it good? It looks right on his body. Some people, they look a little too light in the face or too they look runny or too glazed or whatever. This guy comes in, and whoever his coach is does a really good job at making sure that his presentation is there and they control the controllables. Very bubbly physique, bubbly chest, bubbly muscle bellies, the abs, everything. I like his physique a lot. I don't think it's on the level yet of a Ben Quill as of yet, or our boy Lee, but I do think that he would be in the top 5 in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It's a shame that we're not going to be able to see him this weekend at that Japan Pro, because he's got a great physique too. Both your points, he's got beautiful conditioning, nice size, nice structure. It's just a shame to be able to. I mean, with preps, we know how hard they are, how much sacrifice, how much dedication is involved to be able to get yourself on stage, especially on a pro stage like the Japan Pro, and to be able to need to have to pull out because of personal reasons. It's a bummer, but we know we're going to see this guy get back on stage in the near future. I mean, I know he's going to want to chase those points down, get those pro wins, and jump on that Olympia stage. So, man, we're looking forward to, obviously not for this one, but in the future, we're going to definitely dissect you and keep close eyes on you, leading into your next show.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, there you go, boys. That is a detailed breakdown, Horde, of the entire Japan Pro roster. Now, I'm going to ask my lovely host here, Taito. I'm going to start with you first. in under 60 seconds, I want you to give me your top 4 at the Japan Pro. Looking at this poster, I want your top 4 under 60 seconds.
In order?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I want it in order. Start from number 4. 3, 2, 1. You got 60 seconds. Then I'm gonna go to you, Phil, and then Gaffa, and then I'll finish it up. Whenever you're ready, Taito, take your time.
Ooh,
You're gonna be there,
really
so
hard.
you got more skin in the game than we do, bro.
Well, the winner of the show is definitely my prediction. Gonna be Ben Quill. You don't need explanation, I don't think. And ooh, it's really hard. Second place, Victor. Third place, I'd say Jinbo. Fourth place, I'm tossing up between Felicessie and Mori Shoya. I'll say. Ooh, it's hard. I'll say Felicessie.
Here, right,
So-
Taito?
Oh no.
These two?
Felicessie, yeah. I was tossing up between the guy in the middle, the Japanese
here.
guy.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, and Felicessie. But
Gotcha.
my top four will be Ben Quill,
Ben.
Victor, Jinbo, and Felicessie.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Top
I like
four.
that.
Phil, 60 seconds. Who's your top 4?
All
Starting
right.
with number 4. I'll put my mouse on them.
Can you click on the tagged, see that little tagged icon on the bottom right?
Yes.
Oh, bottom left, sorry. Did you tag him? Yeah, perfect. All right. I'm actually going, I'm going to go a little bit different to you, Taito. I'm going Mori in number 4. I'm going
nice.
Jinbo in number 3. I'm going Victor in number 2. And I'm going, obviously, Ben in number 1.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so how did that differ from Taito? Taito, you had Ben. Who'd you have for second? Taito, you had-
Felicessie.
He has Felicessie in
Felicessie
4.
versus Mori. Yeah.
who'd you have for
Felicessee's-
second? Oh, these two?
I had Victor.
Victor, who'd you
I
have
had
second?
Victor for
Taito?
second.
Who'd Taito have
So
second?
our top three.
Up
is
to
second.
threes are the same. It's
Okay.
our
Our
4
top
that
three
was
is the
different.
same. Yeah.
Okay, Aleem?
I agree as of right now. Although I want to go with Mori because I just love the name and I love the vibe for sure. Thick chest. I got to go with Felicessie as number 4. Jinbo third. Victor as second, and Ben Quill as number 1.
Wow. Okay, I like that, boys.
What about you, big guy?
All right, before we close out the video, Phil's going to close it out beautifully like he always does, but I'll give
Hart,
you
who
guys...
do you have?
Where's your
I'm
prediction?
coming.
Where's
It's
yours?
coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, okay.
It's coming, I swear.
He's leaving us on a cliffhanger.
Right?
I'm
right.
going to go fourth place. Man, I'm going to go with Mori, without a doubt. And I don't have to say why we already talked about it. Mori in fourth place for me. I love the bubbliness. I love the shape. I love the Joe Uezato vibes. Baby Joe Uezato. Third place for me is going to be Victor Germano out of Brazil. Second place for me is going to be my Chinese brother, Legion Bro.
Legion Bro, that's a
Jinbo.
good one.
Legion Bro, what's up, buddy? Right.
And then first place for me is going to be Ben Quill. I think this is Ben Quill's show to either win or lose. Phil, clean this bad boy up.
Boys, mate, Tato, awesome stuff. Loved having you here, man. Like, what an episode we just had. To have insight, from the guy who's going to be at the show on the day, man. We're looking forward to seeing the show. We're looking forward to your coverage of the show as well, man. Also, while we're here, guys, if you don't follow Tato already, at Anabolic Space, he covers all bodybuilding, but more specifically, he covers a lot of the Japanese and the Asian shows over there. The guy's also an Aussie, so it's good to have another Aussie on here. Well, partly Aussie, but I'll claim you as my own. So go follow him over there at Anabolic Space. If you haven't already, behind him, he's also got a cream of rice company, Yaoki Instant Cream of Rice. He's told us some really, really good things about it. Hart has had the pleasure of trying it. So it's available in Asia at the moment, but in the near future, it's going to be sent around the world.
Can I just say, like Phil just said, Taito was nice enough to meet up with me at the Mr. Olympia in 2025 and to gift me some of his cream of rice. And let's just say when I got home, it didn't last long because me and my girlfriend were fighting over it because it was so damn good. The consistency and the texture and just how easy it is. Because when I want to go to the gym, I want something to prepare very easily, that tastes good, and most importantly, digests fast. And Taito's cream of rice was that.
Cheers.
I'm looking forward.
Thank you.
Yep, go ahead.
Thank you for the shout out, guys. I appreciate it so much. I put a lot of effort into like creating this cream of rice. So sadly, it's only available in Japan right now. But after this video, I am going to make this available like worldwide ASAP so that I can deliver to you guys. And what's so special about this cream of rice is it's instant, meaning that you only have to add water. You don't need to microwave it. So like usual cream of rice, you have to like microwave it once, twice, thrice, and like to get that clean texture, right? The consistency. But this one, because you only have to add water, it's you always get that like clean texture. And it's really nice. And we use Japanese rice, premium rice. So yeah, I definitely want you guys to try it. So I'll just personally send it to you guys.
Can't wait.
We appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I love my cream of rice, bro. So I'm looking forward to trying it. So really appreciate that. And guys, if you have made it to the end of this one, firstly, thank you for staying to the end. Hopefully you were able to get some insight into the Japan Pro happening this weekend. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video, drop a comment down below, even comment down below of who you think is going to win this one. It definitely helps with the algorithm. And while you're there, subscribe to the YouTube channel, tap the bell icon so you're one of the first to see every episode when they do go live. And if you haven't already, take a screenshot of this episode, upload it to your story, tag the Men's Physique Show official, Aline Bolton, Hart McGrath, Philip Naselli, and Anabolic Space, and we'll upload that to our stories as well. And also, last but not least, massive shout out to all our sponsors. All their information and discount codes are going to be in the description below. But guys, other than that one, enjoy the rest of the day, the night, the morning, whatever time you're watching this, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.